going on, Geekdom? This is Chipmunk doing a reacting to a video that is uploaded by Casual. Apologize. Reacting to a video from Casual Chuck's channel. This is what nobody understands about Ken of SB19. If y'all are familiar with my channel, if y'all seen a couple of videos, I've said and stated that Ken is one of my favorite artists of SB19. He is my favorite, I would just say. He is my favorite artist on SB19 just because of how he can switch up his voice and how he sounds and how he can take his music. I've done some reactions and stuff to some of his solo work, and yeah, he does such a great job. I'm like, man, I've seen, or I should say reacted to one of his live performances, and it was crazy. I was like, man, this dude, he kills it. He definitely kills it. And so I wanted to react to this video a while back, but I didn't get a chance to look at it because I started doing other stuff. And then doing the whole live performance reactions for SB19 made me rethink of this. So I was like, let me go back and check this out. But yeah, this is a just video created by Casual Chuck, so you can check out his channel. He probably has some more stuff when it comes to SB19. So yeah, check them out. But yeah, I just want to learn a little bit more about Ken and see exactly what else is going on with him. But I mostly know him as Philip. That's what I mostly call him, because that's what the titles of his songs and stuff were as far as his artist name. So that's why I've been calling him. But Ken, Philip. Yeah. What nobody understands about Ken.
Sino ang pinaka-spoiled sa grupo?
Sino ang makakalimutan? Hindi mong patapos na, nagkamali pa siya. Bakit na lang ni Ken? Bakit si Ken? Bakit si Ken?
Please stop it.
Alright, let's stop. Chuck the fanboy, yeah.
Ken is, in my opinion, the most successful idol in P-pop history. Most fans see him as someone who's living the life most of us can only dream of. But in reality, there's a lot more going on behind all the glitz and glamour. So in today's video, we will reveal the challenges he had to go through just to get where he is today. From being a scrawny kid who only ate instant noodles on his birthdays to becoming the CEO of his own company. I know, Ken's story is like a definition of rags to riches. And the haters are not having it. He quickly became one of the most polarizing figures in the P-pop industry. But before we talk about all that, let's talk about his humble beginnings, because it's straight up inspiring.
It's always good when it comes to like an inspiring story. Those are always just great. The ones that are just like from rags to riches, someone who has to build up and still work at their craft. And it's always like a humbling experience and stuff to see like where you come from.
It all started in Pagadian, Zamboanga del Sur. This is the countryside where Felipe John Suson was raised. His mom wanted to name him Kenji, but his grandpa Felipe insisted to name him Philip. He was the youngest member of a family that barely had anything financially. They were very poor that instead of a cake on his birthday, all he gets is a plate of instant noodles. Life was so hard that having fried chicken was heaven for him, so it quickly became his all-time favorite. Because of this, both of his parents had to go overseas to find better paying jobs to support the education of Ken and his older sister. He had to be taken under the care of his grandparents. He then grew up in a church, and his grandpa was the pastor. He was just a scrawny kid who likes mathematics and discovered drawing as his first talent. So he went on to become an editorial cartoonist in school.
Oh, that's awesome.
Family gatherings in the Philippines always require a karaoke machine. And Ken's extended family wasn't a stranger to that. He used to hide during these occasions because he was always asked to sing. I was told by some sources that Ken had a very good singing voice as a kid, but lost his confidence when puberty hit because it gave him an ultra deep voice, which turned out to become one of his greatest assets in the future because of the dude named Pablo.
I never thought na may mga tao talaga makapag-appreciate ng voice ko.
Kasi hindi ako ganun ka confident sa voice ko kasi yung range ko mababa lang tapos malalim yung boses ko. Ngayon, parang naging na-appreciate ko na yung boses ko dahil may mga tao na naka-appreciate ko. Nice.
Anyway, his newfound
I
love
like
for
that they
music
changed their
led him
looks
to learn his
from
first
then.
musical
Because
instrument
then
without anyone
I usually hate the
teaching him.
plain looks
So he
of
ended up
people.
becoming a
I
southpaw
like that they
guitarist,
all
but
kind
later
of like
fixed it
took on
as he
their
learned
own
more.
style and fashion.
He was also active in sports, representing his school in regional tournaments. He played some table tennis and sepak takraw as a spiker. For those who don't know, this position requires exceptional skills to perform explosive jumps to block and spike the ball.
Bro,
The teacher saw this as a potential that can translate into good dancing, so he was offered to join the dance club for better grades. He was hesitant at first, but when he tried, y'all know what happened next. Watching his early clips feels like he was born to dance. He was even hired by his school to choreograph some dance routines. He then moved to Cagayan de Oro to study architecture in college. He became a member of the dance crews called Excite, GA7, and Amigo 7. These last two crews were so good, in fact, Ken had a crewmate named Joshua who went on to become a member of a successful international idol group in the future called Z-Boys. They were beating everybody in the countryside, so there was no point in competing there anymore.
Z-Boys, okay.
It was time for the big leagues. They got invited to join major K-pop dance competitions, and this was the first time when Ken met other SB19 would-be members. Not as brothers, but as enemies. In one
That's how
particular
it happens.
contest,
There's
Josh
some other groups
still
that that's
defeated
happened
Ken's
before.
because they already had a GOAT status in the industry at the time.
Even
Ken accepted
Outcasts were
defeat
both
gracefully
going
and
against
even
each
asked
other
to be
before they
trained by
became
Josh,
a
which
duo.
actually surprised him because he thought Ken was a show-off.
Kinausap niya po ako eh. Sabi niya sa akin, Idol, Josh, Idol Josh. Ganun mo tawag niya sa akin yun, Idol Josh. Pasali naman ako sa ano nyo. Pa-training naman ako sa grupo nyo. Kahit sa gilid lang ako.
But because of their distance, the training together never happened. Ken then went home to continue his studies. Fast forward to 2017, he received a message from Josh. It was an invite to audition for the 5th member spot of SB19. But there's one problem. Ken had no money, so Josh was like, no problem, I'll take care of it.
Oh,
Ken then
snap.
told his grandma about stopping school to pursue it, and she was very hesitant because she thought it was a scam, and his parents overseas would have automatically said no. But Ken was so close to his grandma that he managed to convince her to go in secret. So our country boy took off to pursue his dreams.
That's all.
He had nothing with him except his phone, his clothes, and a 1,500 peso pocket money. This time when he arrived at the airport, there was no crew. It was all him. So imagine how that must have felt. Anyway, he took a taxi to SBT Talent Camp and of course, the drivers camped him. He had to pay 600 pesos for a supposedly 150 peso trip. What a rip-off.
Bro,
Anyway, he finally met Josh and the boys and started training with them for a year while
Everybody tries to
crashing
use
to a
everybody,
distant
and that sucks.
relative's house to rest out.
like so many people
He
try
slept
to
on the
use people.
floor,
It's
not with a
ridiculous.
comforter, but a banig. Because if he didn't, he would be homeless. Ken had no salary when he was still training, so he moonlighted as a small-time model to survive, which is an experience that would play a big role in his future. The dude was literally fighting for his dreams every single day. So here comes 2018 when they finally debuted, and though it was a rocky start, they gradually progressed to become the greatest P-pop group.
I'll tell you because it's kind of like
If you want
I
to know more
haven't
about the
made
story
it
as a group,
into any situation,
check
but
out the
I put
SB19
in
story series
all
I made.
I had in
Links
the
down in the
situation where I
description.
became
You can also join the highest
so
tier of
so
our
poor.
channel's
Like
membership.
I
You're
was
interested
sleeping
to
on
be
the
credited
trains
as
and
one
stuff
of the
like that.
executive
It's-
producers.
man.
So how did Ken become the most polarizing P-pop idol?
I'm gonna stop right here. It's even halfway, but I was just gonna say, man, it's like you take chances, you take risks, and you put your all into those chances and your risks. Not all of them pay off. He had such a good story, so I'm glad it paid off for him. Like myself, it did not pay off whatsoever, and yeah, it sucked. But I kept on working hard to try to get back on my feet, and that happens, man. Like you can try your best in a whole bunch of stuff, and then you can fail so miserably. And so you just try different routes to get where you're trying to go. But man, like when I say I was struggling to even just wait, and I broke down crying because someone even offered me to buy me something to eat one time. while I was trying to work 4 jobs at the same time. Like this, man. But that's what it makes you think of, is like when you put all your eggs in one basket, and then you have literally nothing to try to make it off of that one basket. I'm glad it worked. It worked for him. Doesn't work for everyone. It doesn't work for everyone. But I am glad it worked for him. But that's just something I just wanted to say real quick.
Like, how is he either obsessively loved by fans or obsessively hated by bashers? Well, he has this persona of a badass dude who doesn't give a shit. And if you combine that with one of the many accusations thrown at him, then they got themselves a new P-pop villain in the making. But there's one thing in common between all those issues. They lack evidence. There are a few exceptions though, but you can't say a person is arrogant just because he looks cool and badass. The dude is even a softie. He tends to cry in interviews and emotional moments. His awkwardness as a kid is still there, and this TikTok clip says it all.
Me and you and me, just us and your friend Steve. Do 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 Steve. Do 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 Steve. Do 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 Steve. 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 Do 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 Steve.
Also, you can't just call a person lazy just because you've seen a few clips of him
Maybe like
sleeping. I mean,
what's the group?
isn't it a result of him working
dang.
too hard? Being an idol and running your own clothing company
I
at
don't
the
know
same
why I forgot
time
what they're
is no
called.
joke. The dude only used to draw this
Dang.
inspiration, but now
There's
he
another
made it
member
happen.
that's like that.
He
That's
managed
always
to build
like
a company that sold out merch in just
like everyone
minutes.
was
It's
rapping and
insane.
standing down like
It's
at the
even
bottom.
rumored
He
that
was
his
on top of a
company
locker,
is now
just
worth
swaying
more than
his
$1 million.
feet. Just
Whether it's true or
I forgot the name of
put
that
an
group.
even bigger
Like there's
target.
always that one awkward person.
Haters
That's like
started coming
I
up
don't deal
with
with
even
everybody
more
else.
ridiculous
I'm a
claims.
loner.
Like accusing him of copying 2 K-pop music videos just because they have a similar vibe. This was easily debunked though. If you want to check it out, I made a video about it, link down in the description. His main dancer position got also heavily criticized because of one single clip of him messing up on live TV. It was unfair in my opinion because Ken has always been consistent in his dance performances, yet the haters suddenly forgot about how good he really is. Ken never fired back. Or did he? So why does the poultry still exist and are still growing in numbers after all the bashing? Well, it's because he doesn't only have the alluring personality, but he also has the capability to back it up.
Now, to me, when I first seen him
What's
in
crazy
his
about Ken is that he has
solo
already
work,
shown us
I was
enough
like, he
talent,
seems like a
his
star.
exceptional
Like, what?
dancing and singing that is enough to fulfill a main
It's like
vocal
everything
role.
about him seemed like a star. Like a big star at that. I was like, he can blow up by himself. Like, man.
Yet he still has a lot of secrets. I'm telling you man, this guy is a living anime character. Have you heard of an idol who is also a CEO? A dancer who is known for his aerial flips but never tells us that he can also breakdance.
I didn't know
A
that.
singer
What's
who
up?
writes and co-produces his own songs. A musician that plays guitar, keyboard, drums, and can even beatbox. A fashion influencer. A man who plays sports like basketball, billiards, volleyball, badminton, table tennis, boxing, and sepak takraw with decent proficiency. A skater boy, an artist, a philanthropist, and most especially, a man of faith. I initially thought that the Superior Sound brand was all about him, but I was quickly proven wrong when I found this Bible verse underneath his Bulan CD, Hebrews 1, 5-14. The entire passage is lengthy, but it all boils down to Christ being the superior of all beings. I mean, all of us have different religions, some don't even have one. But I just respect people like him who stand firm behind their beliefs. As of today, Ken has established himself as an arguably the most successful P-pop idol and the richest among his co-members. And it's just the beginning. They're still on their way to introducing Filipino music to the world through the US as of the making of this video. And his group SB19 is the first one to ever do it. So what did we learn about Ken's story? For me, it was his persistence and willingness to take risks. Have you ever noticed that sometimes it's your loved ones that said no to your aspirations? Because, they care about you. They don't want you to fail and all that. Do you know how many people have had visions, ideas, and huge career moves that they were about to do, but they allowed the word no to stop them? For all I know, you might be one of those people. The difference with Ken is that he never gave the
This
power
is a
to
good
the
freaking
word no.
video, man.
It was his own grandma who tried to stop him, but he continued. Yes,
He did a
haters
good job
exist,
writing
but he
this.
didn't reject his own ideas just because they rejected his ideas. Haters hate because they feel small when your ideas start turning into reality. He once said in an interview that success is the best revenge, so he stopped killing them with kindness. To this day, Ken has been torturing them with success.
I love it. Alright, Casual Chuck. RC Royal. Okay. I like it. Very, very nice video, Casual Chuck. Again, check him out in the descriptions below. This is a very, very well put together, very, very well edited, very, very well spoken. Like, was really good. I love a lot of the quotes and inspirational things you can just take from this. There needs to be more videos that's like this, is more inspirational and just showcasing than tearing down. Because I've seen a lot of videos where they just tear down certain artists or certain people, and I was like, well, it's if you don't understand the people as much, especially if it's not something that they can really, I don't know. It's like some people, they have their faults, yeah. Some people are not as great, yeah. But not everyone is just so just horribly bad. They still have that fan base, still have people that love them and like them so much. That's why I was like, I can't really tear down artists, because it's like they do what they do as far as entertainment and getting the love of fans and making people happy, because it's basically what art does. It conveys emotion. So if you're able to just touch somebody with your music, that's all that freaking matters. And you can love the work, love the art, but not like the person. That is cool. But I will always give people their flowers. If they're really, really good, if they really, even if I don't like them, like I would even say like MMA fighters. I don't like Israel Adesanya. I don't like Kobe Covington. I don't like I don't care for a whole bunch of these fighters. But I respect their work. They're really, really talented. Kobe is still really, really talented. I hate him to death. But Kobe is really, really talented. He's very, very talented at what he does. He's an excellent wrestler. He may not be the best striker, but he's an excellent wrestler and deserves the spot that he's at. I don't care. He's not liked by a lot of people. But he is very, very talented. And he is a threat to, that's a whole different type of video, I guess. So we'll just leave it at that, because I was say I'm about to go into a whole UFC whole thing, but yeah, I like the video, awesome, enjoyed it. Ken is awesome, one of my favorite artists when it comes to SB19, and I will react to some more Filipino artists. So if you like to see me react to some more Filipino artists, please come back to the channel, because I want to go back to listen to a couple more people besides Easy Meal. I had Dead Song with Fatia. So there's some other couple artists that I was wanting to check out as well. So still going to check out some more Filipino artists. So yeah, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. If you like this video, please put a like on the video. If you'd like to subscribe, see some more of my videos, please do. Thank you all so much for jumping on and giving me a try. I really do appreciate it. Please do take care of yourselves and each other. Peace, geekdom.